Kayla and Lauren and Emma Clark, etc. are going to do? What are their tendencies? You've got to learn these things when you're new to the league. Bunton and George know each other pretty well. That's a lovely feed from Kayla through to Dee Richards.
It's so nice to see that.
George. Thought about taking on Bunton. Long range again. And they're on early. Paige Bradley. Being pressured by Clark. Okoye. And she drains an early one, Laurie. We saw last week.
So if she can find her rhythm early, that'll be great for the Caps.
Richards bounces it through to George. Not quite. Sharp. Here's Okoye. Played back to the basket. Or can do moves like that. Gee, she was good at the Asia Cup last year, wasn't she? Okoye. Nicholson, a tough finish, makes it, and then the stare down.
The stare down from the youngster, you gotta love that.
Melbourne to Sharp, keeps it alive, but only to George. Here's Bradley. Nicholson, nice work through to Richards. Some good chemistry. Draws a crowd, frees up Bunton. Melbourne, good ball movement here. Munga for the finish, yes!
Wow, this is quality.
Clark works on Munga. Beautifully done from Emma Clark.
She really set that up well, going deep in the baseline, knowing that she was going to come around with a step through.
Melbourne blows by Clark for another two.
And Law's coming off of that on ball, but just such a great pull-up.
Sharp to Bunton. Out to Okoye again.
There it is, Jason.
Nicholson. Panousis. Shot clock down to 4. She pulls the trigger from long range, and Vanessa Panousis nails it.
Well, she is shooting 50% so far this season, so it's a good look for her, especially at the top of the key.
Clark, there's Okoye from long range. She's got another. Oh, completely. Melbourne flings it. Down to 4 seconds. Tough finish, won't go. Still alive. Potted on clean-up duty. Clark, nowhere to go. Keeps it alive. Does well to Bradley. Final minute opening term. Rowe to the corner for Nicholson. Bradley brings it up the floor. McSpadden. Nicholson, who's been hot early. Why not? Why not? 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting. Okoye's got 13 on 5 of 6. McSpadden. Rose open in the corner, which usually spells trouble.
There was a miscommunication on defense, and they both went away from the shooter.
Richards, speaking of miscommunications, lovely finish from Dee to build. Got Okoye off her feet. And then the heads-up play to get back on Dee. Laurie, every coach loves that. Bradley to George, and now here is Clark. Will she take on Sharp? Twists, turns, shoots and scores.
Happy to back down Alex Sharp and then turn and shoot over her.
Here's Melbourne cutting through again. And there's Sharp, the dynamic duo of Jade Melbourne and Alex Sharp. ESPN's WNBL Wednesdays. Alex Sharp now 12 for 14 from the stripe this season. Shot clock down to single digits. The Flames by 3, and he can double it. Bradley drains a long-range bomb. Here's Paige Bradley. Richards. Bradley. Back to Dee. Now to George. Does she go baseline to Clark? She does. Pretty to watch. With a knee injury, she's rehabbing that. Expected back maybe in January. Bradley. His margin out to 8 points now. Some important minutes here for the Canberra. Straight into Bunton. No whistle. Away comes Melbourne. Will she take Kayla on? Of course she will.
Kayla George, very much the floor general, and the message was to keep going through their newly minted WNBA champ.
Wide open is Melbourne and drains it. And they've reeled them back in. Bradley, Richards, Nicholson. Won't go. Plenty of space on the outside, though, for the Flames shooters. They can't get it to drop on this occasion. And Melbourne, will she take them on again? Draws the crowd, kicks it out to Munga. Great response here from Canberra. They've tied things up again. Back to Kayla. Pops it over the top to Richards. Another nice feed from Kayla George. DD Richards up to 13 points. And well done Nicholson at the other end. The steal. The feed. Richards found from behind.
Defense off balance. You can see here, the eyes are up on the target, then just dumps it into Richards, who went up.
So the margin sits at 5. We're inside 3 minutes in the opening half. Ball in the hands of Jade Melbourne. There's some movement. Great work from Richards. Good defensive play. Offensive foul. Here's that play from Richards. So long and athletic. Chew through some time here. Leave Canberra with very little. But Nicholson's open. Got to take that.
Got to take that. When you're that wide open and you're a three-point shooter like Lauren Nicholson, you have to take that.
Time for a Hail Mary here. Melbourne. We've seen her do it before last season from similar range, and she almost did it again. Melbourne, can she find Bunton? She can.
Gosh, she was open for a long time in there, that little pick and roll.
To look away from.
If they are, then that changes rotations. We saw the last game, Kayla George having to sit out for a good period of time. But right now, everybody's well and truly able to play. And there is a nice three-point shot from the corner.
Melbourne. Sharp shows. Back to Melbourne. Takes the three herself.
Wow.
Had plenty of height. To George. Now Nicholson. Back to Panousis. Richards looks to get open. Vanessa goes herself. Point game. They make it a one-possession game here. Clark almost lost it. Pressure came from George. Runs into trouble. Potter. Get it to drop. None for 5 now for Gemma tonight. Nicholson gets to the rack.
Nicholson has such a variety in her game.
Munga. Kirasami against Nicholson. Bang! Sharp from the top of the arc, and they needed that.
In the lineup, largely on the fact that Fowler she's in today's lineup because we haven't mentioned, but Fowler is out with COVID, and so they actually just needed another replacement, another body.
Only round 3, but there's a great crowd in here tonight at the Key Centre.
Thanks, Meg. She's known for being a big 3-dagger player late in games at key moments. She's made some huge baskets for Japan over the years. Here she is now. And right on cue.
On cue is right.
Peter Richards, 19 points. Nicholson's got, 18 points for Richards, 19 for Nicholson, 23 for Jade Melbourne. Make it 26.
Wow. Just gave her a little bit of space. Had the confidence to shoot that.
Here is Francis. Nicholson. She rolls in the 2. Spins on Nicholson, who sticks to the task. Still there. Sharp. Does she work on Bradley? Yes, sir. Off the glass. Sharp. Bunton. Want to keep that ball in motion. Clark being pressured by Nicholson. Goes herself and rolls it in with a lovely finish. Being harassed here by Rowe. Sharp. Shot clock down to 10. Will she go herself, Alex? She runs into some traffic and away comes Nicholson with a strip. Off to Bradley. Steps inside and scores. Big play for Sydney. Ends NBL Wednesday. Paige Bradley. It's been a fantastic battle at the Key Centre. Caps aren't done yet. Melbourne. Not done yet.
No, not done yet.
Bradley to Nicholson. Richards, beautiful feed to George. They haven't.
You can hear Veely yelling, foul, foul.
Maybe a steal. It's still alive for Sharp. Can she finish? She can. But it's a 3-point game.
Well,
wow.
It's really, it's really Sydney's to lose right now. They have all the eggs in their basket. And conversely, if you're Canberra, and they probably haven't even had a chance to practice that, but what you do in that situation if you're on defense.
Buys that insurance. Does it well. Really well played from Sydney. Sharp will go to the corner. Has to bring it in and just does in time. Okoye for the three. Tough shot, won't drop. And the Flames score their first home win of the season.